Here's how we did the accent wall in our dream nursery for less than $300. We started by clearing the room, measuring the walls, and deciding just how big we wanted the squares. This would determine how much material we needed and how much it cost, so we went with the 3x4 wall. We decided on MDF, but it was extremely expensive by the sheet and very comparable just to buy the boards, and that would have saved a lot of time, so that's what we ended up doing. We got the caulk and the wood filler and the trim pieces as well. I'm going to pin the exact board and trim pieces we used in the comments in case you want to do this yourself. As you can see, I put crown molding on all the outside pieces and then the vertical planks first and then the horizontal to follow. A lot of people stopped there, but we decided we wanted it to be a little bit more ornate or fancy, and so we decided to put these trim pieces on all of the insides. This is a project that's excellent for beginners, and anyone can learn how to do this. Cutting the 45-degree angles is way more intimidating than it sounds. If you're a beginner, I promise you, you can do this yourself. I measured each section of the square individually because they were almost perfect, but not quite, so I wanted to make sure that there weren't any gaps in the trim pieces. It was a little bit more time consuming because of that, but it was absolutely worth it. And then I came in with wood filler and caulk to fill the gaps and the seams in the boards. Also make sure you're filling all of your nail holes. Once it was all dried, I sanded it smooth to touch, as you can see here. To make for the smoothest finish when you're painting, put a bead of caulk on all these inside edges. It'll fill that gap and just make it look really clean. I let that dry, I put one coat of primer on, and then I put on this nursery stay paint called French Blue. That's the color from Project Nursery. It's excellent. Before you comment that it looks gray, I promise it's a lot more blue in person, and we are a huge fan of this color. I did 2 coats of paint. I used a roller on all the flat spots and a brush to do all the inside edges with the trim. It helped it go by really quick. Once it dried, I pulled off all the tape to make the edges look clean, and as you can see, this wall came together very nicely. It's 13 weeks till baby's here, and we have about 100 more projects, so make sure to follow us for more.